All right, welcome. What's up, everyone, and welcome to the very first Design with AI stream. And basically, this stream is all about vibe coding. And if you don't know what vibe coding is basically leveraging the power of AI code editors to convert your static design into functional applications. You can actually literally write build me a website or build me an app or build me anything, and the AI code editor can actually reason on its own and build whatever you want built. But what I'm going to be showing you basically is how to use tools like Lovable, V0, Cursor, Bold.new. However, from my own personal opinion, I'm so much in love with Cursor because this is the only app that makes me feel like I'm actually building something, like makes me feel like an engineer, even though I'm just a designer. So think about it this way. I believe in the next 2 to 3 or 5 years, designers would be expected or would be required, or probably designers that already can convert their static design into production ready application will be very much in demand. And I think it's just the right time for you to dive into this new way of thinking, which is literally vibe coding, converting your static Figma design into functional products. It comes with lots and lots of advantages, like reducing the time to production, which means that you can do your design, and instead of handing over Figma files, you can hand over already built front-end design to engineers to just plug in the backend and things will start going. So, but in today's stream, I will mainly be showing you how I converted this design, which is just a project management dashboard in Figma, into a working prototype. Okay, so this is live. I've not done it before, so again, things might break, but I'm just going to show you the way where, I'm going to get started with it. I might not be able to finish the entire application in this one stream, but I can guarantee that we can, always come back. It's going to be a series. And if you're new to this channel, you want to like, subscribe, and follow for more content around vibe coding, around design, UX, UI, product strategy, product design, and so many other things that I'll be bringing on this channel. Now, because this is going to be very, very straightforward, I'm going to build this with Next.js, but there's some tools I'll be using, which I'll definitely be introducing you to so many tools. Again, get used to this, because I know before now, we designers are very used to just building our stuff in Figma, but as I'm predicting, in the next few years, we will be required to learn new tools. The way we design, the way we think about products will change, and you will be required to start, experimenting with new ways of building your stuff. Now, AI code editor like Cursor, there are some other ones that, I will be showing you, which is Lovable. Literally, I can write build me a website for, I could say, build a website for a fashion design company, and just say enter. Let's see what it's going to come up with. It could lead out this is a simple website, so it's going to use HTML, CSS, and probably JavaScript. There is I didn't give it any inspiration. I didn't give it any Figma file or sample file design. The AI is just going to come up with something. I'm going to give the same prompt to V0, which is another AI code editor. Let's go here. Let's see. Let's do v0.dev. Is another AI code editor and we'll see which one actually will come up with something unique or probably something standing out. There's another AI code editor that I'm also liking now, which is it's called Bold.new. So if you're new to all these tools, again, the best way to learn is to just play around with it. So again, I'm going to give it the same prompt: build a website for a fashion design company. No inspiration, no guidance, no already made design. If I click on this icon here, it's going to enhance the prompt, which I think is good. But let's see what it's going to come up with. So because AI needs more instructions, And part of the things you'll be learning on this channel is actually how to, write some of these instructions, and the more you play around with it, the more you get used to it. But I just wanted to just keep it very simple, just to let you know that, hey, sometimes when you don't even, try to make the instruction like well engineered, it could still come up with something. Let's see if, so Lovable is still working, and V0, let's see, okay, I'm going to paste this here. V0, I could also enhance the prompt here, but let's keep it simple and then just go and see what V0 is also going to come up with. Now I'm using 3 different AI code editors just to show you that this is vibe coding, literally vibe coding, writing English and converting the English, just text to code, okay? And you then start improving on it. But it is also a skill because there are tools that if you don't instruct the AI correctly, it's just going to do something basic for you, okay? But as you go on this journey with me, you will actually get to pick and learn so many other tactics, so many other tools, and so many other ways you can actually make sure your prompt is AI ready as it is. Now let's see, while we're waiting for Lovable to get ready, I'm just going to walk you through Cursor. Now Cursor is my favorite tool because, as I mentioned earlier on, it makes me feel like I'm an engineer, even though I'm just a designer. So the first thing I want to do is to click on download for macOS, and if you're using Windows, you can literally also download for Windows. And then just take your time, look through. I'm also going to work on a course that will literally show you everything you need to know about Cursor. But this video is basically just vibe coding, a project management dashboard. But so this is not how to use Cursor video. This is basically vibe coding a project management dashboard from Figma to code, and I'm going to show you everything. But take your time and you will have something like this. This is the environment. The first thing you want to do now is basically to let's say open a project. So you have where you probably want to store your code. Is you click on open a project. And what you have to do here, for me, I usually store my project in this folder called AI project. I'm going to create a new folder and let's call it PM dashboard live, okay? And create and then open. So now we have this here. So I'm going to go back to my Figma file to see which of these screens we are going to build. So let's say we are building the dashboard. So we're building the dashboard screen. Probably want to build, let's say we build a sign-in screen so I can show you, we build a sign-in screen and then click on sign in, then it takes you to the dashboard. To the dashboard also here, I've already exported each of these screens. So what we are going to do now is I'll be building this with Next.js. Now, initializing Next.js project is also something that, again, you probably just want to go to nextjs.org to learn more about, how to use React framework for the web. Basically, this helps you build your web application using Next.js. Next.js, Tailwind CSS, and CN is something that we're going to combine to use. But there's one other tool that I've been using. It's called CopyCoder. I'm going to drop the link to all this in the description. So CopyCoder basically can help you convert your static design into code. Basically, we can convert, instead of taking getting your design and using prompt to set it up in Cursor, everything can be done through CopyCoder. So it's going to convert your design into set of codes that we can just give Cursor, and Cursor is going to use the agent to build that into functional web apps. So now, because we're not building a landing page, we're building a web application. In some of my other series, I'm going to be building landing pages and so many other things. So you want to stick around, sign up, sign up, subscribe, like this video. I will be releasing so many other videos that is going to be around vibe coding, web apps, landing pages, mobile apps using expo.dev, so many things I'll be sharing with you. You want to stick around. So let's see. So you click on, let me just move myself out of the way. You click on web app and then click on next. while this is happening, let's see what's going on with the instruction with bold.new. Bold.new is still busy. Okay, look at V0. V0 is ready. You can see V0 is using modern fonts, really nice font, timeless design crafted with precision. Okay. So, we can see this is pretty good for just one simple prompt. I didn't give any instruction, so it went all in. Looks good, and I'm sure it's super responsive if we do this. And the good thing about this, again, I'm going to also share or, kind of teach you how to push this code into and deploy this and make it live. That is going to be a separate video. I'm going to walk you through every single thing. And again, if you want to learn more about this, just drop in a comment and let me know if you are super interested in learning how to vibe code like this. It's going to be a series. So you can see what V0 did. Just that V0 did not include images. Let me just instruct it and say, hey, I want you, let's say I want you to use actual images from Unsplash, actual fashion images from Unsplash or Pixel. Make sure they look modern and fashionable. Let's see what it's gonna do. That's V0. Let's see what Lovable came up with. Ooh, look at that. So Lovable literally came up with something much more fantastic. And you can see, wow, this is beautiful. But one thing I noticed is this is a fashion font. Remember that I didn't give any instruction. I didn't say, use this font, use this color. It just went on its own to do this. I am super impressed with just one single shot. But the good thing is, Lovable literally went to Unsplash to get images, and look at that. This is beautiful. And again, I'm going to also still show you how you can, deploy this. You can publish this into an environment, maybe GitHub, and then you host this. You can connect this, to your database. You can do so many things. You can literally plug this, plug an appointment, book appointment. I can say, okay, well, let's see, about collections. This is just a simple one pager. Look at that. Explore collections. I can instruct it and say, hey, you know what? I want you to, okay. And then the good thing about this is I could select and say, on click of this button, I want you to create the view or collection page. So this is happening in the background. You can see we are doing multiple things. This is vibe coding. Vibe coding literally means just enjoy the vibes. That is what it means. Now, I told V0 to go to Unsplash and extract quality top images, and it did it. I wonder why it didn't do it the first time, but it's okay. We can always vibe code and instruct it. Explore connections. Now, V0 didn't create other pages, which is okay. Okay, super nice. Look at that. Okay, so collections, and then if I say, this is really nice. Anyways, this is not why we're here. I'm just showing you this. There's so many other AI code editor like this, but for today, we are just going to focus on converting our PM dashboard into a functional web application using Cursor. Okay. Now let's jump back into our copy coder, as I mentioned. Now, copy coder, what you just need to do now is to then, upload your first image, which is the dashboard itself, the dashboard page. I've already exported it, and then it comes here. It's going to analyze the page, and then once it analyzes the page, it looks at everything. It will take some few seconds for it to analyze. While it's analyzing, let's go back to, who should we go back to? V0. Or if I refresh this page, let's go back to Lovable. Let's see what Lovable is doing. So if I tap on View Collection, discard. Okay, view collection is working actually, but the images are not loading, which is understandable. We have to, so V0 looks good. Whoa, look at that. We can literally say this is a ready. Oh, V0 actually created the collections page. Okay, and then the other pages, were not added because we didn't instruct it. Now you can see how quick and fast this, AI is super good now. All you just need to do is to just instruct it. But one of the things you'll be getting from subscribing to my channel is I will be showing you step by step on how you can go from your Figma design to code. Now let's go back to CopyCoder. So CopyCoder by now has already analyzed the design we gave to it, and after the analysis, it knows that we need this is going to be the main page. We need a page called the dashboard. We need timeline, but I don't want to do all this. I probably want to create the login page. Let's call it login page. So, because of time, I just want to create just 2 pages, the login page, and then I'm going to upload, let's see, this page. Yep, I will delete the rest page because I only want to create just 2 pages. Let's see, I will delete project overview, recent pages. Let's see. Actually, maybe we can actually, let's see, let's create more, let's add more pages to this, because the funny thing about this is if I don't add, especially for CopyCoder, if I don't add any page now and ask it to generate the code, and for the next time I'm coming, I have to then start all over again. So I'm going to add all the pages I want. Let's say employee page. And then I will come here. Let's see, employee details page, employee list page, employee dashboard page. And then I would also request it to create don't login. Yep, this login page. And then I would encourage you to create employee list page. So the employee list page would have this, just showing a list of all the employees. This is going to be very interesting. Trust me, I love this. I love to do this all the time. Let's do employee detail page, employee detail page, create page. And then we're going to, let's say this. I think this is okay. So we don't break AI, and then, let's say this is the main, this is, login, employee detail, employee page, employee list, employee detail page. Awesome. So I'm going to then ask it to generate the code. So we have to wait. Okay, good. Oh, let's see what's happening here. Okay, let's see. I'm suspecting that there's a bug with this, but what we can do now is let's go back to Lovable. Actually, Lovable can literally build this for us. Let's go to Lovable, and I'm going to start a new project, go back to dashboard, and what I'm going to do now is attach the dashboard design here. It's uploading. Let me go back to CopyCoder to see. Probably maybe we have too many pages for it to. Oh, no wonder. I think we have too many pages. Okay, cool. So now I think it can only work on 4 pages at a time. That's all right. And then we'll see. So it's already is generating the code for the page. Yep, I like this. So let me go back to, let's see what Lovable would actually come up with. Create the project management dashboard attached here. Make sure you follow the design, picks the design style and theme. Also make sure it's mobile responsive. Okay, simple. Let's see what it's going to do. So while this is getting on CopyCoder, awesome. So CopyCoder is ready. Okay, so main page, this, awesome. So now what you're going to do is basically, you're going to copy this line here, full project files and setup command. And then now you could watch, there are videos here that you can watch. Because I'm just going to vibe code this and I'm not going into so much detail, we just want to see what it's going to look like in Cursor. I could have shown you how to set this up with Supabase and also with authentication, Clerk. All this is going to be is what I'll be teaching and showing you every single day, anytime I come live this way. And what that means is you want to stay around, subscribe, like, follow me for more content about vibe coding, converting your design to code with AI. That is all I'm going to be talking about in this channel. So now I've copied this, I go to Cursor and then I will paste. Or probably let me use, so this is the agent, the chat, I'm going to be using agent, but I will be using my terminal at this point. Now, the good thing about this is, again, as I mentioned, I will be showing you how Cursor, is being set up, like basic Cursor 101 course. That is not what we're doing now. It's just, I just want to show you that vibe coding. I want to show you what we can really do with just basic vibe coding, okay? So now the code I copied from CopyCoder literally would help me do the setup. Once I say enter, it's going to copy all the code, all the pages, and then I'm going to run the setup here step by step. Now this is done. I come to the folder here and just drag setup here and say run. Ensure that we have your agent selected and then you have clause 3.7 selected here. Again, I'm going to show you how Cursor works, but all you need to do is just to say setup run and then you wait for it to do its magic. So it knows that this is a Next.js project and it's going to download all the required. All you just need to do, this is how vibe coding works. All you just need to do is just to pay attention to, when you're needed in the chat. Just say yes, 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 no, yes, 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 no, based on the instruction you're being asked, to do. As I mentioned earlier on, there's going to be a basic course, a basic Cursor 101. Okay, I think my camera went off. Okay, cool. There's going to be a basic Cursor 101 course that I'll be showing and teaching you how exactly, how to do all this. And as you can see, we're installing everything that's required for Next.js application to run. All you just need to do is wait patiently and you will be seeing exactly, the application. Awesome. Done. Now, let's move back to the parent directory and move the files. So it's doing its magic. This is amazing. It is doing its magic. Okay, Next.js will be set up. your project has been initialized with Next.js, TypeScript, Tailwind, app router. Fantastic. So all I need to do now is for me to check if everything is being set up correctly. npm run dev. For me to start my Next.js server, I need to just type in npm run dev. So all you need to do now is to look at, just command click on this to see if your Next.js has been set up correctly. And if that is done correctly, you will be seeing, this is what you'll be seeing, next.js. Now, I didn't write any single line of code. My application is ready. Okay, cool. Sounds good. And then let me just open up this. So you do localhost 3000, and then you will see your project being set up. This is it. Now, the next thing you want to do is to now come here and say, the setup is now ready to begin implementation, project based on the markdown. The next thing you need to do now is to just come here, probably just create a new chart, and then drag in the main page and say run. Easy. You just need to wait for it to do its magic. I'm using Claude 3.7 Sonnet. That is fantastic. Super good with coding. It understands every single line of code that's in here. It understands everything. So once I just drag in, it's going to do all the installation that is required. If I'm using ShardCN, it's going to do all the installation that is required, and that's going to be fantastic. Again, this is one way to vibe code. There are so many other ways that we can get this done. On this channel, I'm going to be showing you so many ways you can get this done. Sometimes we are literally going to write the entire product requirement document. Now, I'll be building some GPT wrappers. I'll be building some applications in public, live, every day, and you'll be seeing, you can come to my channel and watch me write my product requirement documents. One of the key skills that you will need to really be good at building and converting your idea, bringing your ideas to life, is actually writing and prompting and instructing the AI correctly. As you can see, what's happening now is basically it's unbundling every instruction that copy coder wrote for us, and then I'm using the agent mode in chat to literally translate everything from the .md file into a functional product. So now let's see eventually so while this is happening in the background, I can go back here to see who did I say? Okay, there's an error here. I can say attempt to fix. That is bold.new. V0. Aha, yes, we are ready. Wow, this is good. Oh, but there are some bugs, and this is just one shot. Look at this. This is just one shot, and we have something amazing. Whoa. But there are some bugs. But again, let's see if Cursor would actually give us something this good. We literally built a dashboard just from Figma design to code. Now, all we need to do here is basically to then start. Imagine you could plug this into a backend, Supabase backend, which we are going to do on this channel. You want to stick around. Now, while this is happening, I could come back here and say, oh, this looks good, but I think there are some error. This is not looking super nice. Now, what I'm going to do now is I could go back to my Figma file and take this screenshot here. Okay. Save to clipboard, come back to Lovable, and then paste. Then I go into edit mode to select the timeline and say use the attached image to build the timeline section ensure it is pixel perfect. And fits well and fits well on the screen. Let's see what's going to happen here. Okay, so I think this is not actually fitting really well into the screen. But so now let's go back to cursor while Lovable is doing its magic. Okay, I think it's ready. Resume conversation. Something. Okay, so port 3000 is busy. Okay, let's see what it's saying. Now, development server is now running in the background. Let's create new CSS file. Okay, the dashboard application is now running. Let's go to our server. So it's running on a new server, not this 3000. So just change this to 3001 and see what we've got here. Ooh, okay. Okay. It kind of did a good job. And this is just one shot. This is literally just one shot. If I go back to my Figma file, not looking exactly, how I would want it to look, but this is where iteration and iterating can come in. Just with this alone, I could, I've pushed this to GitHub. Again, I'll be teaching you how to use GitHub through this place. I've not initialized a repository here. Part of what, again, we'll be doing on this channel is how we can upload all this code into GitHub, or probably just and deploy it into Vercel so that you can share the link and somebody anywhere in the world can view. We will be doing all that on this channel. Now, this is just one shot. I could actually spend time to, modify this, but not on this video, probably as we move on. But I wanted to actually continue building the rest of the page. Okay, the application is running. And then what I want to do now is I wanted to build the login page, run. I can actually move this to background so I can run multiple. I think Cursor just released a feature where I can, let's see. I can run multiple, stop generating. Okay, I think it's busy. I think there's somewhere I can literally run multiple new tab. Let's see. Okay, so the login page is working, is running, and let's see. So if I look at this, okay, this is running, page TX, layouts. Okay, components. Not now. Okay. So this is the dashboard page. And then if I want to so one of the things I will be doing is, take for instance, I want to now iterate on this page. I want to say I want to focus on this particular part and make it functional, or this is not the design that I want for this. I want it to be something else, or I want it to actually look like the Figma file, like literally look like this. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick this, probably, let's see, let's come back here and let's go to the master component itself. Okay, and probably I could literally just export this. export card. Let's call it card 01. Let's go back to cursor and see the implementation follows. Why is it always running, starting a new server? No, I don't want you to start a new server. Let me kill this server here and probably kill this also. So I can use this is not going to work for me. I have to switch. CD dot. Cool. So I'm going to run the server here. Ooh, so it actually understood that this is a sign-in page, and when I click on sign in, let's see. Okay, so the sign-in page is looking good, even though this is not the image that I want here, but I can always iterate on this page, but we have a sign-in page working fine. And then if I come here and say dashboard, no way. Okay, so let's see. Now we have the sign-in login page done. So all you need to do again now is to come here to do the employee page. Probably just open a new chart and then drag in the employee page here. Let's close this and then say run. Looks good, looks good, looks good. Running, let's see. There's something I'm looking for. Components, employees page. Is the main page shared? Okay, so this is shared art project card dashboard. Employee management dashboard with random. Employee directory. busy. Like Claude is super busy looking through every single part of the page to ensure that, every component is built to spec. And that is one thing I love about Next.js or React. It doesn't just build, it builds shared components, specific feature component that is, required for a page to work. And it does everything for you behind the scene. So look at it. Now let's create a simple entry point page that redirects to the employee page. This is super good. Now let's run the application to see. Okay. Now, because it started a new server, let's see. Oh, no way. Let's see dashboard. Now, this is what we call hallucination. It is already hallucinating and getting so many things mixed up. And now is the time for you to now say, okay, you know what? Calm down. This is not exactly what I want you to do. I need you to go back. So what you just have to do here, again, you just have to just keep moving around and keep moving things around. Now, we've been able to, look at the entire page, and I would look at, if I go back to my main page and just ask, this is the dashboard, and just tell agent that this is a dashboard page. Make sure it's set to the index and root. Okay. So I'll be able to navigate the dashboard. I'll be able to navigate to other pages through the dashboard. Now, things might be looking a bit like scary and all over the place. And that is why it's called vibe coding. You want to make sure that you are just carefully iterating and seeing what the code, seeing what the agent, the agent is doing, and making sure you are looking at it. Now, one thing I've noticed is I think it got, all over the place. Now, we could have pushed the first code that we had into our GitHub, and that's how you do all your version control. Now, the dashboard is now the main landing page of the application and will be shown when user visit the root URL. So if I go back here and do this should, let's say, I think we now have a new server, so that we're sure. Do we have a new server here? Let's kill this. So you see what happened? I think when we kind of instructed it to build the other pages, then it started having conflict of styling, the direction and everything. So what I should have done was, we have the dashboard ready, all logged in. We could have used that as the base. That would have been the base file. And then we'll start building on top of it. But again, this is like literally you've done more than 50% of the work if you're building this from scratch and an engineer is ready to plug in all the backend things. You've done 50% of the work. All the engineer needs to do now is just to connect into the database and write all the instructions, state management, app router, and everything. And this is just going to be the first part. I'm also with the next series or the next video, I'm going to show you exactly how to then connect all the pages together. And again, we will be learning a lot. This is vibe coding. Sometimes you get bugs like this. The good thing about this is if you don't give up while you get bugs like this, then you would keep going, you keep learning and keep learning. And as I showed you, look at what Lovable did. Again, Lovable literally just went all in to get this. And what a chilled way. I instructed it to build this. Look at this. Fantastic. Again, this is another way I could then just say, you know what? Probably Lovable should just build the entire page for me. I could say, hey, you know what? This is the design for the employee page, and it's just going to build it. So we're just going to use Lovable to build the entire dashboard, download the code, open it in Cursor, and then we can start moving things around. Okay, now this is it. That's all for this video. I'm going to create more videos about this, and then we'll just keep improving on everything we're doing. So yep, that is it. Follow, like, subscribe, and get ready for more vibe coding content from me. Until then, see you on the next one.